Should you stop jerking off? Let's talk about that. Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Brett Maverick here. I hope you all are having an awesome day so far. So I get a lot of questions and comments asking my opinion on NoFap. NoFap, for those of you who don't know, is this progressive movement to stop masturbating. They get the name FAP because it's kind of the sound that it makes when you know, well, I don't want to get all into it, but I think you get the point. So for the rest of this video, I'm going to be referring to masturbation as fapping, just to make things clear to you guys. So you guys are probably wondering, am I a supporter of NoFap? Do I participate in NoFap? And we're gonna get right into that. And I'm gonna give you some reasons why or why not. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so the answer to your question, do I support NoFap and do I participate to NoFap? The answer to both of those is yes, and here's why. When you fap, your brain releases a chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is the chemical that is released when you have some sort of pleasure or accomplishment. Your brain releases the same chemical if you set a new PR on the bench press, or if you go out and you bring a girl home and have sex with her. It's a sort of accomplishment, and your body rewards you by releasing this chemical, right? So when your body is releasing this hormone after, just fapping to the internet or a magazine, you're basically rewarding yourself for nothing at all. And this is really not beneficial to you because each time you do that, it's chipping away at that dopamine release. So each time you're releasing a little less. Think, for instance, you coffee drinkers out there. The first time you drank coffee, you probably felt great. You were bouncing off the walls. You had all this energy. Now, later down the road, once you've had, tens, maybe hundreds of cups of coffee, it doesn't quite have that same effect, does it? Now maybe it takes 2 cups a day or 3, maybe even 4, right? The same idea applies to fapping. So for this reason, you're gonna be less motivated to go out there and meet people, make, real relationship connections with women and bring real women home. Also, you're not gonna be motivated to go out there and have any sort of self-accomplishment, because you're already getting that reinforcement at home from your laptop or whatever. So that's one of the biggest reasons I choose to participate in NoFap. Number 2 is that it just makes me a more grounded person. I feel more in control of my life, myself, and my sexual prowess, When you make fapping a daily habit, it kind of clouds your mind, it clouds your judgment. It's something that becomes part of your daily routine, and it's just not healthy. When you eliminate that from your lifestyle, you're so much more free to just express yourself and do things that are totally necessary, and go out there and be motivated to accomplish things that actually matter. And one of the ways that this is possible is because when you don't fap, when you resist that urge, you actually build up the male hormone testosterone, which gives you that edge to go out there and just dominate shit, right? You might be wondering, well, how long does it take to kick that habit? How long does it take to stop fapping? I can only speak personally. I know this differs from person to person, but me being somewhat more on the stronger mental side, I would say it took about 3 or 4 days. And after that, it was gone. It wasn't part of my life anymore. Of course, I get those urges from time to time. I get a little sexually frustrated, I get the urge to flip open the laptop, pull up Pornhub, and whack one out, right? But I just embrace these as an opportunity to increase my willpower and just, recognize that urge, recognize what my body is doing, and you can just look at that urge in the face and say, you don't have control over me. I'm my own man. You don't have control over my sexuality. You don't have dominion over me. I own my life, not you. And you can just smack it down right there. So moving on, I also feel like the NoFap has given me the edge when it comes to women. I don't know if there's any science behind this, but I do feel as if not fapping gives you a sort of aphrodisiac that you put out there. Being someone that has been on NoFap and been off of NoFap, I can tell you that I do feel more positive interactions with women when I'm on NoFap. I'm not like a man whore. I'm not trying to go get laid every single night or anything like that, but I just have a general sense of more attraction in my direction, in my opinion. So all of that's just fapping in general. That's not even getting into the porn part of it, which that's the kicker. The effect that porn has on your brain is absolutely insane. If you guys don't believe me, I recommend you check out the book Your Brain on Porn by Gary Wilson. He makes some very intriguing, very well put thoughts out there. Watching porn on a regular basis actually changes the wiring, changes the chemicals within your brain, and it's no bueno. Have you noticed that if you've been watching porn for a while, the stuff that used to turn you on when you first started probably just doesn't quite do it anymore? You might find yourself trying to watch more and more intense stuff, which really is not a healthy habit to get into. Not only is this just making you a weirdo and making you kind of a creep, but it also has a negative impact on your real social life. It has a negative impact on, you know, your expectations from women, your libido, and even erectile dysfunction, all that fun stuff. So you should probably just avoid it. So if you ask me, do I support NoFap? Yes, 100% support NoFap. Your next question might be, well, what steps can I take towards that direction, right? I think one of the most important things that you can do is identify your triggers, you know, things that make you want to fap. Maybe it's just hanging out in your room alone and you just get bored and you have this urge to fap, right? Or maybe it's the type of Instagram accounts that you follow where they have, you know, hot girls with their asses out, stuff like that. You should probably unfollow those pages, right? You should identify those triggers and totally cut them out of your life. Another thing that I strongly suggest is fill your life with hobbies. Fill your life with, you know, things that are gonna keep you busy and keep your mind off of fapping. Maybe it's reading a book in the evening or going to the gym or starting some sort of project, starting a business, whatever it may be. You need to fill your day with things that are gonna keep you occupied. But guys, I should mention that everyone's different. What works for me might not work for you guys. If you are, you know, a fap addict, you probably need to take a lot more drastic measures than some of the other guys who just do it, you know, for fun every once in a while. Some of you maybe just need to cut out porn. You can still fap every once in a while. For me, I know that when I cut out fapping altogether, it has a great positive impact on my life. So I recommend you guys try it too. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys have any other topics or things you want me to tackle, leave that in the comments below and I'll be happy to do it. If you haven't already, subscribe, turn the post notifications on, and until next time, peace out.